Welcome to the Grade 10 course selection presentation for choosing courses for Grade 11. Before we get started in choosing courses for next year, we just wanted to address some questions we're getting about course changes for this year. So we made multiple course changes for students in June and some at the beginning of semester 1. So effectively, there are no course changes for this school year. There is an exception though, which is critical timetable issues, including if you're changing your pathway or level of difficulty, if you're missing a prereq, because maybe you're taking the course in the summer and then didn't get the credit, you already took the exact same credit and you accidentally chose it again, or you're missing courses. The example is you have a spare that you weren't planning to have. Usually that means you're actually on a wait list. So you can check in with your guidance counselor for that. So any of those critical timetable issues, you need to check in with your guidance counselor before our 2-week break coming up this Friday. So we're going to talk about choosing courses for grade 11. This is, there's going to be a lot of information in this presentation because I'm going to show you how to research your post-secondary options, as well as think about what courses you're going to take for grade 11. So you need to start looking ahead about your possible pathway, whether it's apprenticeship, which is directly out of high school, college, university, or going directly to the workplace. So yes, you need to be thinking about that because your grade 11 course options now affect your grade 12 options. And sometimes students say, well, I really like science. I have to go to university. It's my only option. So this visual is to show you that there are actually options for your post-secondary pathway, all involving science. From a sciences degree at university to a skilled trades assistant with on-the-job training, or a skilled tradesperson, which can go directly to apprenticeship certification. So all of these areas involve science. If you like science, but you know you're a more hands-on type of person, you can consider a college program or an apprenticeship or on-the-job training. Same with social work. Students, again, sometimes think if I want to work with people, help them with their social issues, personal issues, I have to go to university, but that is not the case. A child and youth worker, which is an apprenticeship, can and does use social work skills, as does the college diploma program for social work. So you've seen this before. This is the list of your compulsory credits. You in no way need to memorize this because you can always check it in My Blueprint, because you can look at your progress in My Blueprint. Same with these 3 areas, Group 1, Group 2, and Group 3. You need to have 1 additional credit in each of these groups, and My Blueprint will identify for you if you have completed them. The one we find most challenging for some of our science-based students is Group 1, because you need to take a grade 11 or 12 social science, Canadian World Studies, maybe a co-op in order to fulfill it. So you need to make sure you're clicking off courses that will complete your diploma requirements. There are 2 additional requirements, and that includes the successful completion of the grade 10 literacy test. I'm going to pause and focus on this right now. You are currently in grade 10, and although the literacy test has not been written in the previous 2 years, the Ministry of Education has indicated that the plan is to have the grade 10 literacy test written in the spring of 2022. So you will be writing it. It's usually late March or early April after the spring break, the March break. And I don't want you to worry about it. We don't want you to worry about it. We will prepare you for that literacy test, and you don't need to do any additional work at this time. Also, we want you to understand that things have been changing. We're never quite 100% sure that a plan right now is going to take place in 3 months' time. So therefore, we are expecting a literacy test to be written at Central Peel in the spring, but at the same time, we don't want you to worry about it. We don't want you to stress about it. We'll do a wait and see, and then if it is going ahead, we will definitely prepare you for it. You need to complete 40 hours of volunteer service in order to earn your diploma. And about those 40 hours, sometimes students ask, what is community service? So just to highlight, it needs to be nonprofit. Some tutoring agencies do profit, and therefore that would not count. And also businesses or lawyers or accountants, they all profit, and you would be displacing a paid worker. So I give the example of, a business that says, sure, you can come in and file paperwork for us, and we won't pay you. And that will count as community service. But in fact, it does not, because that business has just profited by displacing a worker and not paying someone to do the job. So some examples of nonprofit include this Peel School Board is a nonprofit agency. Brampton Parks and Rec is nonprofit, the YMCA, the Knights Table, which is our food bank, Salvation Army, which has a thrift store, Regeneration. All these things are some of our very close by local community agencies that are nonprofit. If you are unsure, you should ask first before actually putting in hours and not having them count. Now, there is an exception for 2021-22 only, and that exception is this. You're permitted to earn up to 10 hours via a part-time job where you are paid. So you can say, I worked my part-time job and I'm counting 10 hours towards my 40 hours. So that is fine for this year only. You must submit by June 2022. And up to 30 hours via help at home. Only again for this year, September 2021 to June 2022. So those help at home hours could be activities that consist of normally performed duties. So, I might call them chores at home, or just expectations about being part of a family and helping out around the house. But this year only, if your parents agree to sign, you can count up to 30 hours for helping an elderly relative like a grandmother, or an aunt, an uncle, or providing after-school care for your brother or sister or your cousins. So this is really important, destination planning, how to plan for after high school. I am going to flip off this slide for a couple minutes, but before I do that, if you're looking at going to university after grade 12, know that in Ontario you must have 6 grade 12 U, which is university or M courses. I'm going to explain those in a couple minutes. And the way to research is OntarioUniversitiesInfo.ca. For college, their programs will be based on very specific requirements that they identify, and sometimes it could be a grade 11 course like math or biology, or it could be grade 12 courses, and they may be asking for U, M, or C. Most often, our college-based programs are going to look for C courses, and some M courses, maybe the mixed courses. Apprenticeship, you need to review apprenticeship, or you can review apprenticeship opportunities on apprenticesearch.com. And if you're thinking of going to school outside of Canada, then you're going to need to research those individually based on the name of the institution you're thinking about. So I am going to flip off this for a minute and just show you those websites. So the first one, apprenticesearch.com. If you don't know what apprentice is, or a trade is, this is where to find out. You can click on About Trades and you can see the various different areas of trades, whether it's in construction, industrial, service, or motive. And if you click on motive, then it's going to choose or find you all the different trades that come up under motive, including motorcycle technician, small engine technician, all those automotive-based programs. So if you want to learn about trades, you go to apprenticesearch.com, click on About Trades, and then of course you can find out even more, like auto body collision and damage is going to give you all the information about how to become an apprentice and a tradesperson with that specific destination. So that's apprenticesearch.com. The next one, this one is OntarioUniversitiesInfo.ca. For this, you're going to say, I want to find a program, and you can type in the program you're looking for. I'm going to use engineer as my example, and you will find out there's 149 programs in Ontario that come under engineer. I'm going to go down, I'm going to choose one, and And which one will I choose? Let's choose biotechnology at McMaster. I'm going to click compare, and let's do chemical engineering at University of Toronto, and I'm going to compare. Once I've clicked off compare, I can go up, show my comparisons, and it's going to bring up just those two comparisons side by side, one above the other. You'll notice this is comparing by grade range, 80 to 85, and chemical engineering at U of T is 85 to 90. This is a range. It's not a hard and fast number, but that's effectively your average that you need to be in or above. However, if you click on prerequisites, you can find out exactly what the university is asking for your prerequisites. So for example, McMaster for their biotechnology is asking for English for you, chemistry for, or calculus for you, chemistry for you, and physics for you. University of Toronto Engineering Chemical is looking for English, calculus, advanced functions, chemistry, and physics. These are grade 12 courses, so I know this is thinking ahead, but you can actually go put those courses into your grade 12 My Blueprint and start planning backwards. So that's how to research university. Colleges is ontariocolleges.ca, and if you're looking to do some research, you're going to click on programs, and I'm going to put in nursing. As soon as I do that, the practical nursing programs are going to come up, and again, it has the college here, Centennial, and if I go to the next page, I might get to one that's closer. There's Conestoga, Confederation, Durham. These are all the colleges. A lot of opportunities here. I am looking for one that's in our area, so bear with me here. Oh, George Brown. Okay, so if I want, look, sorry, what is they requiring right now? I can click on the website. Going to take me to George Brown, and it's going to give me all the information I need, including admission requirements. So there you can see for a college-based program, the college requires these courses to apply. So that's ontariocolleges.ca. So back to the presentation. So between grade 10 and 11, there are significant changes in the types of courses. Open remains the same. So courses that were open in grade 9, such as phys ed, will remain open for grade 11. There's also workplace. These are what we used to call locally developed in grade 9 and 10. So now they're identified with an E for workplace or essentials. College preparation courses will have a C instead of applied with a P. You're going to have C as college. University is a U, and we do have mixed courses that are college/university prep, and they're identified with an M. English and math are compulsories for every grade 11 student, and you may also need group 1, 2, or 3 if you haven't covered it in grade 9 or 10. So we're going to show you how to look at that in My Blueprint status in a few minutes. If you're in a regional program, remember that going into grade 11, we had a long presentation about this already, so I won't dwell on it for too long, but you can choose 1, 2, 3, or more AP courses and make your plan. Remember to refer back to that presentation that we did in December. For strings, you need to talk to your strings teacher about which level you're going to take for grade 11, whether it's 3, 5, 6, or 7, and you're going to choose both the semester 1 AMS course and the semester 2 AMO course. If you're in both regional programs, of course, you're going to choose your strings course, and then of course 1, 2, or 3 or more AP courses. You too must fulfill your compulsory courses for your diploma. So the grade 11 English, grade 11 math, and group 1, 2, or 3 if not covered in grade 9 or 10. So thinking about grade 11, think about your commitment to academic success. Think about how you've done so far. This is vitally important, your area of interest and learning style. And even more important is your destination and the requirements. So, you know, it's early days in grade 10 to be choosing your possible destination, but do understand if you don't take university level in grade 11, you won't be able to take university level in grade 12, and that may prohibit your plan to go to university. At the same time, if your program doesn't require math that you're planning to go to university, taking a college math in grade 11 is not going to hurt your opportunities whatsoever. There are prerequisites. So if you took English 2D this year, you can take English 3U next year. If you took English 2P this year, you can take English 3C college level next year. So here's the example with math. Math 2DO leads to 3U. Generally, in consultation with the math teachers, generally a student will be highly successful in MCR 3UO, and that leads to advanced functions in calculus in grade 12 if they have above 78% in NPM 2DO. That's when we see the most success. A student who's in the range of 65 to 77, again, these are just ranges trying to give you some idea. We will see students be most successful taking 3M math, which leads to data management for you in grade 12. And if you're achieving 64% or below in NPM 2DO, the opportunity exists to look at the college math. If you're looking at a university program or a college program, that would be an opportunity. The university program, sorry, that does not require math, take the MBF 3CO. You're going to complete your third year math requirement, and it will not impact any plans to apply to a university program when that university does not require math in the program. MFM 2PO leads to college level math. And again, their recommendation from teachers, if you're having some difficulty in 2PO, 64% or below, you can consider completing your third math doing the workplace math, MEL 3EO. MFM 2PO. This is, I've got a red line here. The Ministry of Education says you can go from 2PO math directly to 3M math. And it is a possibility, but we are being honest with you. It's a very difficult one. You will feel like you've had some gaps because you didn't take 2DO, and you need to seriously consider whether or not you need to take that 3M math. But it is an opportunity, and perhaps if you're achieving very well in 2PO, you would like the challenge and you're going to do the 3M math. Do discuss it with your parents and teachers and do some research. 2LO math leads to workplace math in grade 11. Next year, and I need to again pause on this because this is a change, all grade 11 English courses are going to have a new code in the Peel board. We are not the first board to do this. We're not the first school to do this. In fact, there are Peel schools already using this code, and there are other boards of education in Ontario already using this code. So rather than your course code for English in grade 11 starting with ENG, next year the course code is going to start with NBE. So you'll notice we are offering NBE 3U, which is university, NBE 3C, which is college, and NBE 3E, which is workplace. These will be the prerequisite courses for your grade 12 English courses. So while the learning outcomes and skills will remain exactly the same to our current course code, which is ENG 3U or ENG 3C, the resources used to accomplish these skills will include Indigenous voices. Hence, NBE indicates that the resources used to achieve the same outcomes in your writing, your reading, your communicating will be through Indigenous voices. So again, these courses have been running in other high schools, and we're very proud to be offering it for 2022-23. The one exception is AP English, and Capstone English will continue to be offered as an ENG, and that is due to the fact that the AP exam expectations are based on different voices and readings. Prerequisite for grade 11. So again, this is like the math. You can see a flow chart here. English 10, grade 10 academic 2DO leads to 3U or college level. English grade 10 applied leads to college level or workplace, and English locally developed grade 10 leads to grade 11 workplace. There is a chart your course found on the Central Peel website, and we do have all of our courses listed there. However, the easiest way to find out if you have the prerequisite for the course is to go into My Blueprint, and it will indicate if you have the prerequisite. For grade 11, we also offer cooperative education for the first time. You earn credits by learning at work. So you're going to go out and you're going to be working a job during the school day, and in the end, you earn up to 4 credits. You'll develop job-related skills and explore your possible destinations. If you're taking the 4-credit co-op, it is all day, every day for 1 semester, whether it's semester 1 or semester 2. That is chosen by the timetable, not by you. You don't get to indicate whether it's first semester or second semester. It just works out. Your other courses go into the other semester. And you achieve 4 credits with COP 4XC. However, if you're doing SHISM, which I'm going to talk about next, you will be choosing COP 2XC, which is the 2-credit co-op. It is 1 semester in the afternoon, and traditionally at Central Peel, we offer the 2-credit co-op in semester 2 in the afternoons. So SHISM, are you thinking about the business program SHISM at Central Peel? It's a specialist program for non-regional program students, and this is important. Our AP students, our strings programs already have a specialist program, and they're very connected with that specialist program. This program, the SHISM, both the business and the health and wellness SHISM, are for non-regional program students, or are sometimes called homeschool students. Specialist High School's major program gives you an opportunity to specialize, gain qualifications, and plan a career in various areas of the business sector while you're still in high school. So there are a number of required components, and they are to give you an advantage to pursue a post-secondary opportunity in business, whether it's an apprenticeship or college, university, or the workplace. Now, the business sector SHISM offers opportunities in finance, retail, real estate, human resources, and organizational management. If you're interested in business and exploring your options, you can take the Specialist High School's major program to engage you in those experiences to help you in the future. So how do you apply, and how do you find out more information? So it's really important if you want to do the business SHISM program, and again, you're not in a regional program of AP or strings, then ensure you have business courses planned for grade 11 year and the 2-credit co-op. So that's 4 courses right there that you know what you're going to be taking. You're going to be taking 2 business related courses. One of them is going to be BDI 3C3, which is entrepreneurship, and then 1 math course, and 2-credit co-op. So that's 5 courses you know you must take for business SHISM. The 2-credit co-op will indicate to all of us in guidance that you are planning to take business SHISM or health and wellness when we get there. You do have an application. We've been told that it will become available before the holidays and will be due February 1st, 2022. So you have to choose your courses and you have to submit an application. You need to complete an interview with Ms. Lawrence, and if not Ms. Lawrence, it'll be someone else in business during March of 2022. And then you're going to review your acceptance in April. So follow up with Ms. Lawrence or follow us on Twitter and Instagram for updates. So Ms. Lawrence not in the building right now. However, the Twitter is still there at Central Peel Biz SHSM, and that's where you'll find the application. The SHISM in Sports and Wellness. This is another opportunity available for non-regional program students, and it focuses on athletics, healthy living, and wellness, which benefits any students wishing to explore or refine career goals geared towards sports and health sectors. Once you see the application, you'll understand that courses that you can take include sciences and the social science areas, the food nutritions, the family studies based courses. So the sports and wellness program is very wide ranging as far as what you can take. It's not that you have to take gym only. It has a number of required components designed to give you an advantage to pursue post-secondary opportunities in all of apprenticeship, college, university, or the workplace. And it offers career opportunities in both the sports and health sectors, whether it's being a practical nurse, a fitness instructor, certified personal trainer, midwife, social service worker, or more. So how do you apply? Again, course selection. Ensure that you have sports and wellness related courses planned for grade 11 and the 2-credit co-op. So the 2 grade 11 sports and health related courses, you're going to see them on your application, but I can tell you off the top of my head, all science courses count, all family studies based courses count, all gym courses count. But they will be in the, there will be a list in the application, and then you need to take one other course from the application, math and 2 credit co-op. You're going to submit your application, which is going to become available on their Twitter, and it's due February 1st. And you'll complete the additional certifications once you're in grade 11. If you want to know more, contact Ms. Prakash and look out for the SHSM brochure on Twitter at CPSS Prakash. Again, this presentation will be posted on our Guidance Google Classroom and on our website if you want to go back and look at that information. So I just want to highlight a few relatively new course offerings or courses that did not run this year. Music production, American history, origins and citizenship, history of Canadian ethnic group Black Canadians, world issues in grade 12, writer's craft in grade 12, fashion for grade 11, philosophy for grade 12, current Aboriginal issues in Canada, NDA 3MO in grade 11, leadership in phys ed for grade 12, and the basketball course will return for next year. So things to think about during your course selection. Full disclosure, for both universities and colleges, they will receive your grade 11 course marks. So some students say, well, I don't want to submit that grade 11 mark because I didn't get as great a mark. You do not have the option to withhold information. It's called full disclosure, and we must share all of your grade 11 and 12 course marks. Keep in mind, if it's your lowest mark, it's unlikely going to be a problem. And the other thing is universities look primarily at grade 12 courses for your final acceptance. So plan to have all your compulsories done except for grade 12 English by the end of grade 11. Don't leave it to grade 12 because it can be very stressful. When you choose in the arts area for grade 11, if the code is 300, so for example, art 300, drama 300, media art 300, there is no prerequisite, and sometimes my blueprint gives you a message that there is. I'm telling you right now, any 300 level course has no prerequisite. So think about not only the courses you require, but also ones that you're going to enjoy and maybe broaden your experience in grade 11. So here's a couple myths corrected. Universities do not care whether you take extra college, open, or workplace credits on your record. You just need to make sure that you're going to get your 6 grade 12 U and M courses completed, including your prerequisites for your university program. So if you decide I'm applying to a math or to a university that does not require math, then you do not have to take university level math. You could take college level math. So you need to research your prerequisites for university and college. For example, many programs do not require grade 12 math, whereas some others require 2 maths. So you need to maybe do some of that research over the 2-week break coming up. Course selection process is fully online through BYOD, and you can start planning now. It will save, and then you can log out and go back in, and only once you are sure, hit submit. If you hit submit, you will be locked out and you cannot change. So do not click the submit button unless you're absolutely sure. Ready to submit, you can submit between now and January 14th, and you must follow the instructions. Once you have submitted, you'll be locked out and unable to make any changes. Do not, I have to stress this, do not hit submit until you're sure, because we are not going to be going in and changing them for you. You need to know that you are happy with your choices. So for example, go away for the 2 weeks at Christmas and or the winter break, put your courses in my blueprint, think about them, not 100% sure, come back in January. We have 2 weeks before you have to submit. Talk to your teachers, talk to senior students, ask them what they took, what did they like, what did they not like, and only hit submit once you're sure. There's no rush to complete it this week or even in the next 2 weeks. There will be a verification letter in late February, and it will be your only opportunity to reconsider the courses you selected before the school creates our timetable for September. So you're going to go to BYOD, you're going to click on My Blueprint, and then you're going to go to high school. And once there, this is not a great visual, but this is what the screen will look like. You'll notice there'll be a blue box around grade 11, and you'll be able to start submitting your courses. Once you have submitted them, again, the blue box around grade 11 will indicate that that's the year being sent in, and you'll be able to submit. If you need to make any changes, you can click on the 3 dots for edit, change, and delete. And when you hit submit, you will be prompted to enter your parent guardian email. That is a process now that your parents need to, or parent guardian needs to approve your course selection. They will get an email and they can simply hit approve, or they can say, hey, show me what courses you chose for next year, and then they can talk it over with you. There is an opportunity to print off your course selection for your records only. Do not sign it, do not submit it. I even have a statement down here. In January, when you select your courses, this is a copy for your records. You do not need to hand it in. We do not want to see this form. Make sure you choose wisely, talk to your parents, teachers, your older friends. Read the course description on My Blueprint. I'm going to show you how to do that. If you have any access issues, make sure you check this week that you can access My Blueprint. If you're having any issues getting into it, and let me clarify that. Don't check today. Today, My Blueprint is giving people problems, but check tomorrow. And if you're having trouble getting online to My Blueprint, come in on Thursday at the pop-up table. January 14th is your deadline. We do want you to know that waitlists, if there are waitlists for courses next year, it is based on when you select your courses. So that is the only thing that might be prompting you to try and submit your courses before January 14th. So for grade 11, you must select a minimum of 8 courses unless you're requesting a spare, and you can request a spare for grade 11. Perhaps you have a heavy workload in grade 11. You can take a spare, but it generally is approved if you took summer school between grade 9 and 10, or if you're taking summer school between grade 10 and 11. You're going to make sure you have the proper prereqs, and you're going to submit. After today, I will be emailing all grade 10 students a sheet, and it has a section on grade 10, exactly what you need to be thinking about for grade 11, including the dates and the process. And these are a few of the common questions. We do have maybe a minute or two to answer a few questions. If you want to ask your teacher to write them into the question box now that is going to be opened, but here's the most common questions. So I'm in grade 10, and what if I fail the literacy test? Can I take a course instead of writing the test? So again, we're predicting that yes, the literacy test is going to happen in March, but again, we don't want you to worry about it because things can change in the next few months, as we have all gotten accustomed to. So if the literacy test happens, you write the literacy test and you're unsuccessful, then there are options. You can take the course instead of writing the test again, or you could write the test again in grade 11. Where can I volunteer if most places are closed? So the Peel Board of Education has some virtual opportunities that they posted, and also you can go onto our Guidance Google Classroom. Under volunteer, there is some information there. Included is a website called volunteermbc.org. MBC stands for Mississauga, Brampton, Caledon, so it's specifically to our area, and you can research opportunities for volunteering there. Should I choose SHISM courses and co-op if I have not yet been accepted into SHISM, but I want to apply? Definitely. If you want to be considered for SHISM and you are going to apply by the February 1st deadline, you must choose SHISM courses and 2-credit co-op for grade 11. Can I take a spare in grade 11? So I just referred to this in the previous slide. You are eligible for a spare in grade 11 if you took summer school either between grade 9 and 10, or if you're planning to take it between grade 10 and 11, and My Blueprint will permit you to submit. Will my grade 11 marks count for getting into university? So this is a tough answer, but yes, they do for early acceptance. However, in the end, they don't. So, I mean, for early acceptance, sure, but even with early acceptance, the universities use your grade 12 marks for finalizing your offers. So, you know, it's still okay to take a grade 11 course that you're not sure if you're going to be, you know, happy with the final results, but you're really interested in taking it, because it's not going to prohibit you from getting into a program. So I wanted to show you my blueprint because sometimes students say, I can't find the course. So I'm going to take one quick moment here, go to my blueprint. This is a grade 11 student. This is my example going to choose for grade 12, or sorry, what am I saying? A grade 10 student choosing courses for grade 11. You'll see that I put in NBE 3UO here. That's our university level English. I put in functions, and I'm going to just delete this one, and then I'm going to show you how to search. So you click on course. When you click on course, it's going to bring up every single area of interest, including AP is at the top. All the AP courses will show up. If I keep going down, I also wanted to show you phys ed. You'll see that all the phys ed courses are identified here, and regional strings is here as well. Now, if you still can't find the course, but you know it exists, so I have discipline is open. I'm not going to specify a discipline. I'm going to leave it open. And I'm looking for a specific course, and that course is CHW3MO because I heard Mr. Van Berkel teaches it, and it's awesome. So that's how you find it. You click on it, and you can add your course. Okay. The other thing I want to show you in this my blueprint is how you check your progress. So over here, you can check your progress and see how you're doing towards. All these green check marks means they are in your plan and you're good to go. You will notice that by taking up biology, now I do not have a credit in science in grade 11 or 12. I do not have a tech, French as a second language, computer studies, or co-op. So that would be one of those ones I would go back to and say, oh, I need to get this done in grade 11. So I am going to add biology back in so that I get my group 3. So I'm going to add biology 3UO. And now when I go back to my graduation indicator and see my progress, I should have group 3 checked off. I do. So my biology completed that group. So this is a great way to see if you're on track for graduating. For our ESL and ELD students, please understand that sometimes my blueprint is not perfect, and we're going to be coming into your classes to help you choose your courses. So at this point in time, are there any questions that came into the chat? So Ms. Grant?
Sorry, I don't have any questions right now.
Okay, so I'm just going to give one more minute to, I know we've gone over time. The grade 10 to 11 presentation is always the longest because there's a lot of changes for you going from applied and academic and locally developed to university, mixed, college. This presentation is going to be posted on our Guidance Google Classroom as well as our school website under course selection and my blueprint. So please feel free to go back and look at it. I went through things pretty quickly. It's 35 minutes so far, and you can totally go back and have another look at it. And I also understand that it's hard to ask questions when you're in a classroom. So I think I'm going to wrap up because I have gone over time. I tried to give you as much information as possible. Please know that you can always come down to the guidance pop-up table on Tuesday and Thursdays to ask your questions. And with that, I'm going to wrap it up, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching the presentation. Take care.
Oh, sorry, Miss Allworth, can I ask one question that just popped up?
Is it a good one? Yes.
It says, what do you put if you are switching to AP? Do you have to, I'll give you what do you do if you're switching to AP, and are there scholarships available for SHISM? Okay, so I'll answer both those questions and then I'll end. So if you're switching to AP,
you're going to choose AP courses, and if your guidance counselor is not aware, then they're going to be contacting you to review that and make sure that you've been accepted. That is fine. For SHISM, are there scholarships? So currently, some colleges do provide a $500 scholarship for students who have done either the SHISM in business or the any SHISMs really, when it's related to the program that you're going into. So that's what it has been up to this point in time. It's $500 for the college-based programs. So with that, I'm going to end. And again, if you have any questions, come down to the pop-up guidance table on Tuesday or Thursday, and we'll try and get them answered. So thank you.